Right, welcome back to the Kop TV. Instant match reaction. Brentford 3, Liverpool 2. 4 Premier League defeats in a row. Another very, very bad performance. And now the question is the title race over? Is it crisis mode activated?
For me it is. He's lost 4 games in a row. I can't remember the last time he lost 4 games in a row. It's similar to the patch, I guess, that Pep had last season where I think they got 1 win in 13 games. I think we're going to have a similar thing. The players will find a way of playing at some point, surely they have to. But right now, it's not working, and I don't know where we're getting a win from next time, to be quite honest with you. I don't even feel confident going into the Palace game. Feels like punishment watching us at the moment, lad. Genuinely. I love this team. They've done well for us. But you've got to say how it is, and it's poor. It's really poor. It's actually sad. We've lost 4 games now. Can you lose 4 games and win the league? That's the question, really, isn't it? What did we lose last season?
I think 4, but maybe 2 or 3 of them after we'd actually won the league. So, I mean,
what's this going to do to the players' mentality? How's it going to make them feel? You know, they're not going to go into the next game with bucket loads of confidence, are they? Because they just keep losing.
Get your thoughts in the chat. Spam it up right now. Let us know how you react to another Liverpool defeat. We know Brentford is a very tough place to go to. We've struggled in big periods in games that we've played there. I think it's in 5 trips. It's 1 draw, 2 defeats and 2 wins. I mean, the team sheet when it came out, yeah, it was what we all wanted to see, really.
Was it?
Well, I'm looking at it there. Mamardashvili, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk. I mean, maybe Andy Robertson in Kirkers.
I would have preferred the system that he played against Frankfurt because that looked successful for us. Of course, we're playing a 7th place Bundesliga team, so we expect to beat them. But still, it looked like we were a bit fluent, a lot more fluent than today. We look so shaky, it's unbelievable.
We look so shy and just bereft of any confidence.
Yeah.
And that went throughout the team. And again, before we get into all the negatives, again, Dominic Szoboszlai. It's the only
Best player on the pitch.
Best player in our season.
Yeah, he is. It's unbelievable.
He is right back. He's inside. He's on the outside. He's pushing. He's pressing. He gave it away a couple of times. I'm not saying he had the best game of his career, but again, one of the only players that was actually trying to, or successfully creating stuff and, you know, getting involved in the game. Look, we go down 1-0, 4 minutes in. We know that on a technical level, Brentford's players aren't anywhere near Liverpool's in terms of on paper, right? The big sexy names or whatever. So we know that they're going to have to go direct. Arne Slot has spoken about that in the press conference, that we face a lot of long balls more than any other team. I did not know that Coyote could throw it that far.
I know, he threw it like
they were like, honestly, they were up there with Rory Delap's. He had a better trajectory, but 4 minutes in, they win the flick on and we're 1-0 down.
Boom, straight away. Confidence goes right down after that. To be honest with you though, after they scored, for a good 20 minutes, we dominated the ball and we looked like we would potentially get a goal. We kept saying, it's coming. And then for whatever reason, the momentum shifted again. We got caught on the break very easily. I don't know what Konate and Virgil were doing for that goal. It was a great ball from Damsgaard, don't get me wrong, fantastic goal. But still, shouldn't be getting caught out that easy. We just seem so eager to score maybe, that we're leaving gaps in between. I can't work out this system. It's leaving a massive gap in the midfield. It's leaving patches and pockets everywhere for people to run into, and then we just can't defend set pieces. And he's saying like we're having to play against long balls all the time, but they're effective against us, so why aren't people going to do it? That makes sense.
It works for them.
Yeah.
Another 3 goals conceded today. And you know what? The chances, the headers, the other chances that they missed, the great saves from Mamardashvili as well.
That's some good ones.
It could have been even more embarrassing, to be honest. It could have been 4 or 5 for them. But that's another 2 goals conceded from set pieces again.
Yeah.
And look, we're 1-0 down, like you say. We get into it. I said when we were watching it here, I said it's coming. Ekitike hits it wide. You know, there's a couple of other chances.
Even he couldn't get into the game today. He couldn't find it. They defended well, like, don't get me wrong. Brentford,
do you know what? They were absolutely brilliant today.
Every game that we've lost, we've deserved to lose. 100%. That's the painful part about it. Because that's why I'm like a little bit pessimistic when it comes to the league now, just because I can't really see what we're trying to do, how we're trying to perform, but there's no stability. So where are we building from here? They had a crisis meeting, didn't they, themselves, the players? And they bounced back against Frankfurt and they were great. Honestly, it was a boss.
Another meeting Monday morning.
I don't know what they're going to do. What's the answer to this? I've said it before. I think play a congested midfield. Just play a diamond, maybe like a 4-4-2, even a flat one. That just gives us a little bit more stability. Put Flo on the right of that and get him in the pockets of space where he can not be marked if he's too central. I don't know. We've got to change something. This is crisis mode. Something has to change because it's not working. So it doesn't matter how we've played or if you think it can happen. I don't personally think this system is going to give us success because we haven't seen it. Even in the games that we've won, we were 2-0 up and losing 2 goals. Yeah. You know, like, it's too easy. I don't know what we need to do. What do we need to do, lad?
Get control, like you say. In the midfield there, Soboslai, Jones and Wirtz, which is fine. That's a midfield that beat Frankfurt 5-1. That's fine. But positionally, are they open to receiving the ball when there isn't 2 guys behind them kicking them all over the gaff? Wirtz, some nice tricks and, you know, passes today, but again, weak. I'll be honest,
got bullied on the ball quite a bit, didn't he?
I mean, Kirkes. I mean, we go 2-0 down, right? Schade scores, and it is an unbelievable pass from Damsgaard. It splits us open like you wouldn't believe. Tears open our defence. Yeah. And then Kirkes, let's be honest, is probably up there with the first half at Burnley, where he gets dragged off at half-time.
Honestly, it was terrible. There was one particular instance where the ball's bounced back. I can't quite remember how it was instigated, but he's just got to get a touch on it. And for whatever reason, he sort of like heads it and falls over it, and he's stumbling as he does it. And you're just like, wow, this kid has got zero confidence. He's like, there's no doubt that he's got some ability there, and he's got some athleticism and all that type of stuff. But he does look like this shirt is weighing very heavy on him, lad. He's being asked to do a different role now, right? He doesn't play the same role that he played at Bournemouth, and it doesn't seem like he can do the link-up play that we sort of need him to do. That we said it earlier in the stream, Gakpo and Kirkes, it just doesn't look right. We're used to seeing Robbo and Mane and Robbo and Luis Diaz, and they were fluent.
You look at that side, Kirkes, Jones and Gakpo today. Like you say, when Mane had Robbo overlapping, how many goals did we score with Mane? Teases, plays it, cross goal. How many did we see? And it seems like Gakpo's preference is obviously to cut inside.
Always.
But Kirkes is to get quite central as well. And if he does overlap sometimes, Gakpo pretty much just ignore him.
He does a bad pass
or a bad cross.
Kirkes, for me, a lot of the times he'll receive the ball again, but he has a bad touch.
Yeah.
And then he runs it out
First
or something, and
mad.
it's like, I don't know what we need to do, but this is crisis mode for me. I don't know how loads of Liverpool fans feel. We need to do something. We're going to have to suffer this season probably to try and work out what the solutions are. And we love the team, but wow, this is painful, lad.
5 defeats in 6.
Can't get any worse, lads, surely.
But Kirkes does score. Do you think him scoring that goal keeps him on for the second half? Because again, in the second half, he was just as bad.
Straight away as well.
I do think if he didn't score that goal, he'd be off at half time, and there was no subs at half time.
He's done a thing where, like, you know, when someone scores, they can get like a boost of confidence, and then the game might get better. And you know, I think Slot thought that, but it didn't. And he came on the second half and immediately gave the ball away about 3 times, lad. So like,
and it took 61 minutes. I mean, booked after 33. Take him off. 52. I said 52 minutes. You take him off. So 2-2. Then the penalty. I mean, do you think Gakpo's was a pen? Nathan Collins on Gakpo first half?
Probably not. Right, and I can see why it's not given, because he's sort of like going down, but also he blocks his left leg when he's going to run, so he's anticipating it, and he doesn't touch the ball at all. So I can see it being given, and I can also see it not being given. But we're talking about their penalty, obviously, in contrast. I honestly think that's a load of madness. I'm not one to like make excuses about the referees, right? The referees are not there to save us. As we both said,
we deserve to lose.
But we definitely deserve to lose.
2 things can be true. I don't think I don't think it's as clear and obviously on the line, because the angles they're not like, there's no close up above. It seems like his whole body is like, his entire body is on the other side of the line, and then his foot is in the air, and Virgil kind of makes contact. And hit the bottom of his foot, and like it's all just a bit. I didn't see that coming. Even the referee's right in front of it and didn't give it. I just think that was a bit of a farce, that one. I think they got that one wrong. But again, the referee is not there to save us. We deserve Ref
to
got
lose.
Injured, mate.
I know.
We were waiting about 25 minutes at half time.
I know.
Simon Hooper, the big plebs, got injured.
Oh, mate.
And I see the Liverpool staff saying to him, like, you know, reminded him about the Gakpo one. But the Van Dijk one, He kind of pushes him away. The ball's almost out of his reach. The fella gets a tiny touch on it and he kicks the bottom of him. But how can the ref and the VAR be so sure with the angles that we've seen on the TV, which are quite zoomed out, or they're close in, but they're not on the line or above, so you can definitely see if it's on the line or not. I just don't. I don't get how sure they can be with that.
I agree. That's exactly the right question. How sure was you that it was on the line? Because his whole foot is in the air, so you can't even see if it's on the line. His whole body is on the other side of it. It just is what it is. We've got to take the L's now and suffer along with the team. That's what we're going to have to do this year. Unfortunately, we had a great run last year where we won it all. So this is what we're dealing with. It's painful. Yeah. This is what makes the victories very good when you do finally get them, right? So let's just keep supporting, I guess.
Well, as always, 3-1. Mo Salah, who was non-existent in the game. Yeah. Every touch he takes, it's like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? And by the time he's thought about his next move, they've just gone, see you later, and kicked it out. He looks so shy and like
he looks like he's trying
coy
really hard
when he's approaching people to take them on. And the power of his shots. Obviously, look, he does score an absolute world-class goal at 3-1 to get us back to 3-2. Takes it down. Great. Again, Dominic Szoboszlai. Perfect little chip ball inside. He's still got everything to do. Takes it on his left in the air, repositions his body, and on the volley smashes it in with the right. You see Kelleher's let it go over. He's gone like that. Yeah, it's as if to say like goal kick. It's going over. Crashes down off the bar.
I hope it gives him some confidence. I hope so.
That's maybe one positive of the day.
The positive, right?
What is the positive?
The positive of this season is Dominic Szoboszlai. Okay, we've got a real serious footballer there. We always said he was like the reincarnate of Gerrard, and it was all like a little bit tongue-in-cheek when we said that, right? Because he had a great shot and he was number 8. But now you're seeing a real individual shine in a team that is struggling. Yeah, he is. And he's also a fantastically technical footballer. He's physically able. He's adaptable. He's a good utility player. I think that's what I'm taking out of this season so far. Where are we going to get our inspiration from? And it's from Dominic Szoboszlai because he's absolutely phenomenal. And I think you'll probably agree with me in the comments. So let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, nothing stuck for Ekitike. The Salah goal was too little, too late. Yeah, there was a big goalmouth scramble. Kelleher takes too long. We get a corner. We get a long throw. Salah has a shot blocked. Chiesa.
I just thought maybe we could get a draw here. I know.
Honestly, like there were points where I was looking over at you and you weren't even watching it.
Yeah, that frustrated. Honestly, it's not like me to do that at all. I'm usually right in there with the game, but it's filled me full of pain and disbelief. So I'm just like, you got to disconnect a little bit from it, right, so that you can actually watch it objectively without fuming. Exactly.
I have to say, look, as poor as Liverpool were today, they still did create some chances, not a bucket load. But again, you have to credit Brentford, Kelleher, Van den Berg,
Henderson
all had blinders, if I'm honest. All the ex-Liverpool players had blinders. Coyote, probably man of the match.
Yeah.
Aya with the flick on for the first goal. Sade scores, Damsgaard assists, Thiago scores, Utara scores. Honestly, like they bullied us today. And look, I know in the first half they were saying cheat when Kirkes scored. I mean, they thought it was over, but they were taking a minute per time, essentially.
Yeah, genuinely.
35 seconds to rub that ball dry. So there's your time added on.
Having said that, right, we should talk about them because it's very prevalent in the Premier League right now. Set pieces are huge, and in particular, long throws are becoming prevalent because they're just easy to get, right? You don't have to work as hard to get a corner. You have to get all the way down the pitch and get a block in or someone to do something at that side of the pitch. With a throw-in, you can get it near the halfway line, and you can create like a chance from it and put it in the box. That's a real edge that I think Liverpool are going to start having to look at, because what we're struggling to defend a lot is the set pieces, and we're not really scoring many. I know we scored 2 against Frankfurt, but I can't really think of any others. Maybe the one against Atletico. We could do with getting better at defending them, and we could do with getting better at using them as an edge. The entire Premier League is, so we need to get gritty and do it too, instead of just complaining about it. I don't want to hear about long balls.
Do you think Liverpool will go to long throws?
I would like that.
Who's going to take them?
Joe Gomez took one today.
He doesn't start though.
I don't know.
In the 11, who's taking that?
Work it out, lad. They've got all week to train.
You have to get Rory Delap in training on Monday.
But you hear what I'm saying? We need to find some edges. We need to find something that's going to help us get some wins.
Plan A, B, C and D isn't working right now.
I don't know what plan B is, lad. Plan A is just throw Salah on the right, play a 4-2-3-1 and hope that we create enough chances. And that's been working. We do create chances, definitely, but we've got no stability. And that's the problem, because we're conceding bucket loads of goals. We're scoring loads, but also conceding too many.
Oh, Jesus. Well, listen, we'll talk about this on the podcast again on Monday. We're going to do a player ratings video now. Also, Mario was at Box Park Liverpool tonight, so if you want to watch us get smoked at Box Park, watch that. Let us know your real thoughts on this one. You can see by our tone, we're not shouting and screaming.
No.
Yes, we are in a level of some sort of crisis where the drawing board needs to come out. We've got to beat Palace on Wednesday. We've got to beat Villa. And Arsenal have obviously got their game tomorrow, but I'm not even looking at them at the minute, to be honest, because we don't deserve to be up there.
No.
And I'm sick and tired of saying we deserve to lose, but we're not shouting and screaming. There's other people you can watch if you want that stuff. We're trying to break it down for you objectively and again, credit the opposition. They were great tonight, Brentford, and Liverpool just weren't at it once again. So let us know if you agree or disagree in the chat. Smash that like button. Loads of content coming out on the Kop TV in the next week, so subscribe and stick around for player ratings.